Hi Pisces, and welcome to your February overly thematic reading. This is for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Midheaven, and or Venus. However, if you just happen to find yourself on this channel, you don't even know anything about your actual zodiac sign or your natal chart, you know that's okay, but you were brought here for a reason, so I hope that you hear all that you need, and definitely do subscribe before you leave. This month I'm just letting Spirit guide me. I typically do a 9-card spread for the overly thematic readings, but that just might not be the case, okay? I started shuffling and 3 cards have already jumped out. So what has come up thus far, as far as the first week in February, what you can experience, you have the World card that came up, followed by the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. Okay, double trouble is what I'm hearing. 2 9s here. You know, 9s are all about stubbornness, as much as it also is about your sense of identity, whether or not you feel stable in that, right? And being able to express yourself and being a self-sufficient, independent individual, as far as having your own freedom outside of the things that you are involved in, which is a lot, right? Because you have the world. There's so much to do in so little time is what I'm also hearing. So some of you guys are stressed out, okay, this month. And that's not doing anything but causing great discomfort. It's going to cause sleepless nights, insomnia, where you can't get to bed at a decent hour. What is it that is troubling you? You're going to have to work on that if you plan to have a peaceful night's sleep. As well, I feel like some of you guys are piecing together some bits of information that you're getting in your dreams, right? Because you are Pisces, you are highly intuitive, and you often are highly imaginative as well. And I can attest to that because I do have really prominent Pisces placements, okay? Pisces and Scorpio, so I'm a mess, okay? But we're not necessarily talking about me outside of the fact that I do have prophetic dreams, but it can be really hard to know what's fact and what's fiction. You know what I'm saying? Like, to understand what it is that the dreams actually mean. So maybe you guys need to find somebody that can help interpret the dreams that you're having. If you have insomnia, just working through any traumas or any physical pain that's causing you such discomfort to where you can't necessarily sleep at night or sleep through the night, having to work on that. Okay, you guys might be in between worlds. When I say multidimensional, and I talk about that usually when the Swords cards come up, I actually do mean that. And also because you guys are Pisces, you have the capability of being between worlds. This is not the only one that exists with life forms on it, right? This is just the only one that everybody seems to be focusing on because we are such a mess and we are failing this planet. I said it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, can you really be mad when it's the truth? Also, the 9 does talk about Sagittarian's house, which is all about universal truths. So getting to I want to say the end of that, but more so it's you're trying to get to the bottom of universal truths and knowledge and integrating all of the things that you've learned, and I feel like to some degree that's causing you some sensory overload in this 9 of Swords, because you're trying really hard, and it's like you're almost there, you're at the pinnacle, you're at the top, but it can be mentally exhausting, right? It can be physically exhausting as well. It takes a lot of energy to remain accountable. You know what I'm saying? And to make sure that you are implementing everything that you've learned in this lifetime. What came out was the 5 of Wands. So when it comes to this stubbornness, it comes to this universal truths, it comes to this underlying sense of fear, you guys just need to understand that it's man-made. The 5 is the 5th house, which is Leo's ruling house, which is all about creation, okay? Meaning you're creating this in the mind. Some of you guys might be conflicted because there are too many people that are needing too much of your attention. You spread yourself just a little too thin in the fun and games if you're playing the field and you are single, in that sense of freedom, right? And it's going to come back around, okay? And it's something that might be haunting you because you know that what is hidden cannot remain so. At some point, something will be exposed, okay? If you have other people that you have been trying to date and hide behind the scenes. Now, again, because this is creation, these fears that you're having, the things that are keeping you up at night, they are man-made, meaning that it's up to you to dissolve them in the mind. To know that what you're thinking and what you're stressing about, because you have so much on your plate and so much that you have to get done with so little time, you won't be so stressed out if you can do something about it, meaning you can physically write it down on a piece of paper, have a planner, use the iPhone or any smartphone that you have. That's why the devices keep getting updated to be able to store a lot more information and be able to do a lot more for you so that your life is a little bit more convenient. So make the little notifications and alerts in your phone that you always have on your person. If you know that you're not going to remember to check in with a planner, you know, you're not the type of person that can just write it down, but you have to put it somewhere else other than in the mind. Otherwise, you're going to continue to tire out. You're not going to have any mental space for anything else. Okay. And then you most often will become forgetful because you have so much to do and you're not trying to put it like in a checklist form. Some of you guys are just creatively blocked at this time in the things that you're doing and the things that you're trying to do, right? You have no more ideas. You're running out of ideas. You have the Two of Wands that came up. This was the energy that came up in Aquarius's reading. So you might be dealing with an Aquarius just off the breath of this card alone. You might have some heavy Aquarian placements, or just being that we are in Aquarius season, it would still be good to look at that video to see if anything else makes sense for you. But they were in the process of formulating something. This is also about your second house, which is all about like material possessions, okay? The things that you have, or the things that you also want, right, that haven't come in yet, that you're just trying to alchemize, manifest into your life, however you would like to word that. So this is also decisive action, though, with this Wands energy. So what you guys are doing with this energy, right, is deciding to handle what it is that has been bothering you. The pain that has been bothering you. Do you need to get a massage because you carry your stress in your shoulders and you're very tense right now? Do you need to buy some sleep aromatherapy essential oils that you can put in a humidifier that can clean the air while you sleep? I'm not sure if that's really a thing. Do you need like chamomile tea to help soothe you so that you can more easily relax into a night's rest, right? And have a better night's rest. Do you need somebody to vent to? Do you just feel like you are backed into a corner, or you're trying so hard for people in life that aren't respecting your boundaries, but also aren't really necessarily giving you the freedom that you also need to roam and create? You know what I'm saying? And so you're deciding to handle that by breaking free of that, right? And or you're going to decide to handle that by having a conversation so that they know what's bothering you. So that's one less thing on your mind. Okay? So you don't have to think about it anymore. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You have the Hermit card that is in reverse. That was at the bottom of the deck for Aquarius' reading. Again, I feel like there's a little bit of an overlap here. Is there a relationship with an Aquarius that is unresolved, and that's what's causing you stress and insomnia and or sleepless nights? Sense of regret also here that's coming up in the cards. Like you are unsure that you made the right choice with deciding to be single or in getting in a relationship with somebody else, because you have the Two of Wands here and it speaks about duality. So you can't already have another partnership, but with these 2 nines and that speaking about your freedom, you may also be single. So this is just for whoever this is meant to be for. But it's not like you can turn back the page now because there is a sense of too much damage that has been done. But there definitely isn't that closure here, right? Because I'm not seeing any tens. So you're going to have to come to some sort of resolution. But with this Hermit in reverse, I'm also getting a sense that you guys aren't necessarily as grounded or as practical as you need to be right now. You might be a little too high strung as far as your emotions are concerned, and they're being more like anger and hurt than anything else that is more positive. Running low on time, so I'm going to take the last two cards that came out, which were the Page of Coins and the Queen of Coins, and you guys have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. This is all about somebody that you love, okay? That you can't reach out to, that you aren't in communication with. Maybe they want to have a conversation with you, but they just feel like they don't know how to go about it, or this can be you. And so that might be how you're trying to orchestrate it. You're trying to set something up where you can figure out how you can see them, get them in a place that seems more public in essence here with this Page of Coins being outside, and that is very innocent, right? Trying to, I'm hearing peace treaty. So you're just trying to make peace with the situation and just have a good conversation and maybe have closure, or maybe see if there is a chance that this can be repaired in any way. With this Queen of Coins, if there is a level of respect there, is there a level of growth that has come from a potential separation that you have gone through with this person? Do they seem different? You know, do they, how, I want to say, how well are they put together? Like, do they seem like they have themselves together now? Are they secure within themselves? Because it can be issues of confidence and self-esteem, again, that have been affected, right? That you've had to circle back around with, or come to complete, right, with this World card that is here at the top of the spread. But at the end of the day, if nothing else, this is just a meeting of the minds here about love that may have at one point been lost, and seeing if you guys can at the very least be amicable, if not reconvene and get back together in a relationship. You've tried everything else and nothing else worked, like nobody else seemed to fit, right? It just didn't feel right without them, right? You can't see yourself without them. That's what I'm getting at here. If you've been stressed about other things, again, having too much on your plate, this is, again, finding a way to organize and prioritize what it is that you have to do, being constructive with the list and formulating some type of to-do list so that you can get through everything, so that you can have more peace. Coins energy is all about the five senses. So also I feel like you guys are going to check in with those things, or you should, right? With your taste, your sight, your, what are the five senses? Touch, audio. I'm not sure. Y'all know what the five senses are. You know what I'm saying? I always get choked up. But it's checking in with those things, especially what you're eating, maybe trying different things, or implementing more exercise, or outdoor type activities that you can enjoy and that can help put you in a healthier place mentally as well as behaviorally. Because when you look good, you feel good, you do good, you can do more, you can be of better service, okay? So that's what's coming through for you guys as far as your chakras are concerned. That root chakra is here heavy, your heart chakra as well. Get that into alignment. Those are really the major ones that are coming up. And being wise, making better decisions, okay? As well as being able to go with your heart and not listening so much or relying so heavily on your mind, okay? So there we go with that. If this reading did resonate for you guys, do give me a thumbs up. Share this with your friends and family. Definitely subscribe for more, as there will be more. And if you'd like to book a reading with me, I'll leave my email here as well as in the description box. And if you have any questions, definitely feel free to hit me up. But until I do talk to you again, do take care of yourself, Pisces. Okay? Ciao.